Welcome to English Language Shelf, buddies. Today we will discuss about conjunctions. First of all, the general understanding of what are conjunctions. Well, these are the words that connect words, phrases, or sentences. In other words, they simply join clauses or phrases for constructing sentences. So, clauses are also sentences, but they can be two sentences joined together with a comma or a semicolon or a hyphen perhaps. So that's why they are also called sentences. In other words, we call them clauses. And it makes a link between or among words or group of words to other parts of the sentence. And it also shows the relationship between them. So that's what conjunctions are, that they basically connect sentences with another sentences or words with another words or phrases with another phrases. That connection is what we call that they actually combine two sentences, in other words, clauses. You can see on your screen that there are total 5 conjunctions. So now I will take you through all of them one by one. So let's mind our English. First of all, coordinating conjunctions. These conjunctions, they connect independent clauses or independent phrases. Independent clauses are those which can stand on their own. They are not dependent on any sentence or any other clause. So, in simple terms, these connect word or word group that have the same function. If there is a sentence which is functioning as noun phrase or adverbial phrase, then the another clause, another sentence of that same, you can say sentence, functions the same way. We will look at some examples. But first, definitions. So what are common examples of coordinating conjunctions? We find words like for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Basically, to remember it easily, we call that coordinating conjunctions are fanboys. So they can join nouns, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, prepositional phrases, and clauses. Then, correlate, correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are basically those that may start the sentence and modify the whole sentence. So they use a set of words in a parallel sentence structure, either to show a comparison or to show a contrast. For example, not only but also. So this is a proper structure of correlative conjunctions, that they are used in parallel structure. In one clause you may use not only, but in the second clause you may use but also. Similarly, either or. You may use in first clause either, and in the second clause you may use or. Neither, nor, both, and, not, but, whether, or, etc. So they are actually used in, you can say, parallel sequence. They are connected with each other. Third one is subordinating conjunctions. They basically introduce dependent clauses, and thus they show the relation with of that clause with the rest of the sentence. So, what do subordinating conjunctions, what relationship do they show? They show the relationship of time, manner, place, cause, comparison, condition, and purpose. Dependent clauses are those which cannot stand on their own. You need another sentence to make a complete sense. Therefore, dependent clauses, they need another clause to make a complete structure. I'll suggest you to pause this video and give a look at these examples. Have a look at these examples of subordinating conjunctions, and then you can continue the video. I'll just move forward. Then we have compound conjunctions. These have two or three parts. Each and every part of these does not have to be conjunctions themselves. So basically, uh, they basically are used to just become inseparable in a sense. The parts become inseparable in the sense that they tend to pop up next to one another more often and not. So basically, it's common to find that okay, these conjunctions go hand in hand. For example, as well as. It's common to find that as will go along with well, and a third one as long as soon as, even if. Means after even it's common to say if. So therefore it's a pop-up that after even it's common to pop up with if. So therefore even if, even though, etc. Adverbial conjunctions. These connect independent clauses and at the same time they function as adverbs. So you can see so many examples of adverbial conjunctions. Similarly, like, as, likewise, but, since, now, meanwhile, briefly, in conclusion, in summary. For example, for instance, then, thus, consequently, certainly, finally, in addition, moreover, etc. Moreover, you should also remember that adverbial conjunctions they are used to compare, to contrast, to express time, to summarize, to exemplify, and to show effect. So the reasons why we use adverbial conjunctions, the reasons are in the underlined, you can say sentence, the sentence which has some underlined phrases. Those underlined phrases are the reasons why we use adverbial conjunctions. Now let's look at some examples so that our concept can become more clear. So let's move on. First of all, coordinated conjunctions, the fanboys. For example, I was meaning to leave soon, for I was getting late to the next class. Now these are two independent clauses. I was meaning to leave soon. Let's say that you stop till here, I was meaning to leave soon. It is a complete sentence and it also makes sense. What is a sentence? A sentence is a word, a sentence is a structure that has a subject, verb, and an object or a complement. I was meaning to leave soon. I, subject, was meaning, verb, to leave soon. What were you meaning? To leave soon. So it's an object. I was meaning to leave soon. So it's a sentence. Therefore, independent clause 1. But when you add a conjunction for, I was getting late to the class, it is also again a sentence and another independent clause. So two independent clauses joined together with one conjunction makes that conjunction a coordinating conjunction. Similarly, Harry left for home in a rush, and I was worried about him. So therefore, in the first clause, Harry left for home in a rush. There is subject, there is a verb, and there is an object. In the second clause, I was worried about him. There is subject, there is verb, and there is also object. So therefore, two independent clauses joined together with one coordinating conjunction overall makes one complete sentence. They weren't up for athletics, nor was I. Again, two independent clauses. We were running late, but it was possible to get out of here soon. Again, two independent clauses. We were running late. We, subject, were running, and late it's a complement. And in the second clause, it was possible to get out of here soon. It was, subject, possible to get out. Verb, here, of here soon, it's the object. Anyways, these are examples of coordinating conjunctions. Once again, two independent clauses joined together with a conjunction, that conjunction will be considered coordinating conjunction. The second conjunction is correlative conjunctions. For example, neither Alex nor Robin can play basketball. So you see, neither and nor they go hand in hand. They are parallel structures. Either you wash the dishes or do the laundry. Either and or these two go hand in hand. He has studied both physics and chemistry. Both and they go hand in hand. They didn't know whether to call in or wait for their turn. Whether or they go hand in hand. Parallel structures. That's how you use correlative conjunctions. Third one, subordinating conjunctions. Before I left home, I had my breakfast. Before, it's a conjunction. But how to know that this is a subordinating conjunction? Well, subordinating conjunctions are used to connect dependent clauses with independent clauses. If you see the first example, before I left home, before I left home, before I subject left, but I mean still, we can't say that before it's a subject because we need to see that there is I left home, okay, I had my breakfast. But you see, there is also comma, there is a comma, so that's what makes the whole sentence dependent. That the first clause before I left home, it is a dependent clause. I had my breakfast. The second is independent clause. Therefore, before is subordinating conjunction. We can start class on Tuesday, provided that students come. So, provided that it's a subordinating conjunction, because we can start class on Tuesday. It's an independent clause, provided that students come. It's a dependent clause. Even though the weather was horrible, they still went outside. Even though the weather was horrible, this is a dependent clause, they still went outside. The second is independent clause. We sing because we are happy. We sing because. So this is, you can say, one sentence. We sing because we are happy. So we sing independent clause. And we are happy, it's independent clause. We sing is dependent and we are happy, it's independent. So the you can say the basic concept of subordinating conjunctions are that they just connect dependent clauses with independent clauses. Stepping further, compound conjunctions. We love to go skating as well as skiing. So as well as compound conjunctions are composed of two or three, uh, you can say conjunctions, two or three words. He acted as if it was his first time. As long as it is summer, we can't go to visit mountain ranges. Well, you can also say that as long as it is a subordinating conjunction, but at times, it can also be compound conjunctions. Anyways, let's move to the next slide. The last one, adverbial conjunctions. I was looking for a tea stall. In addition, I needed a salon for a complete makeover. So you see, in addition. So adverbial clauses. What adverbial clauses do? They just join independent clauses and at the same time they function as adverb. So you see, I was looking for a tea stall. Okay, this is an independent clause. And the second, I needed a salon for a complete makeover. That is also an independent clause. But the conjunction, in addition, it is functioning as adverb. Why? How did we know that it is functioning as adverb? Because after that we have I needed. You needed something. So that is a verb, which means that any word which describes a verb, adjective, or another adverb becomes an adverb. He is acting like a coward. Acting like. So acting is a verb, therefore like is an adverb and conjunction. David resigned from the office. Therefore, the company he left behind didn't bother him that much. David resigned from the office. Independent clause. The company he left behind didn't bother him that much. This is also independent clause. So therefore it's an adverbial conjunction. The fourth one, it's a big sentence but still really interesting. To make tea, first place a tea bag in your cup, then boil some cold water. After that, pour the boiled water in your cup and mix the tea bag in it. Finally, your tea is ready. Well, basically, I don't know how to make tea. I never have tried in my life. Maybe in the future I may do, but that's what I came up with, and I hope that you are able to understand that how to figure out what adverbial conjunctions are and what is the role of adverbial conjunctions. But anyways, the bold words first, then after that, finally, these are adverbial conjunctions because after them you have verbs. Place a tea bag, it's a verb. Boil some cold water, it's a verb. Pour the boiled water, a verb. Your tea is ready. So that's how you see adverbial conjunctions. They work. Guys, if you still have any problem, you can ask me by writing your words in the comment section. I will really be happy to answer them. So that's all, folks. We are done with conjunctions. Next up, interjections. So guys, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon, give it a like. Once again, if you really want to ask anything, leave your words in the comment section. I will really appreciate answering them. And forward this lecture to your friends and family. My channel, English Language Shelf. So, looking forward to you guys in the next video. Take care and goodbye.